Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am JH Krishna Chaitanya. Today I am going to speak on the topic HTML. This is my first video, so please bear with my accent and things. HTML or Hypertext Markup Language was developed by Tim Lee in the year 1990. It is most of the people have the concept that HTML is a programming language. Well, to speak the truth, it is not a programming language. It is a markup language which is used to describe the content of the web page. Whatever you see in a web page, like the heading, the buttons, the links, whatever you see in the web page is the magic of is the concept of HTML. It is not a magic. Okay. Okay. In order to work with HTML, what are the two basic things you need are an editor like VS Code or Atom. I am using VS Code, and a web browser in which you can view the HTML that you type. The web browser I am using is Chrome, as you can see below in the taskbar. Okay. Since you have the since you have both the things, that is an editor and a browser, jump let's jump into the concept of creating a HTML file. The first To create a HTML file, first of all you need to create a folder. After creating the folder, open that folder in your preferred text editor. Inside that, on the left side, uh, in the file tree, on the left side of the editor, you have add file or an icon which represents that. Click on that and give the file name as index.html. Index.html is the most common name given to a HTML file. However, you can give whichever name you like, but the most common thing is index.html. Okay, now that that's done, let's jump into the things what we have to do, the code what we have to write inside the HTML file. The first thing, the line which you have to write on the first line of the editor is doctype HTML. Where is that? Let me just show you. Yeah, here you have it. The first line in the editor is this doctype HTML line. This tag. This tag tells the browser about the version of the HTML being used. The famous the version of HTML used currently is HTML5. Below the doctype HTML tag, you have the HTML tags with a lowercase HTML. The HTML tag also has a closing tag, that is this one, the this one, this one. The opening HTML tag will be something like this HTML. Okay. Now after that, whatever you after that after the HTML tags after the HTML tags are typed, you go inside the HTML tags. Now remember that uh, what all the tags you type what all the tags you type except for the script tag, link tag, and such tags, all the other tags will come inside the HTML tag. After the HTML tag, we have the head tag, which defines we have the head tag. Inside the head tag, we have the title tag, which defines the title of the page. Which defines the title of the page. The title will appear. The title is that text which appears on the tab of a web browser. Let me show you. Let me go into my browser, Chrome. Let me just maximize it. Okay, I will go to Google for simplicity. Here, this here this Google is the title of the web page. This Google is the title of the web page. Google is the title of the web page, and now there is also another tag which is to be placed inside the head tag, which which is the meta tag. Meta tag fetches metadata. Metadata contains data about other tags, other HTML tags. The meta tag can be included in the head tag by using the line highlighted line, this line. The meta tag can be introduced into the meta tag can be typed into the index.html file through this line highlighted. Okay, now basically that's done with the head tag. Now comes the body tag inside which all the other tags like the head, like the h1 tag, p tag, ul tag, ol tags are typed. The body tag, whatever you type inside the body tag will be displayed on the web page. The tags after opening the body tag, you need to have a heading. You need to have a heading of the heading to the web page, right? The topic what you are speaking about, the topic what you are writing in the topic that you are displaying in the web page must be given a heading, right? The topic name will be written in between the h1 tags, will be written between the h1 tags which display that as a heading. Now since this is a bit too suffocating in a Word document, let me go into the editor and show you what I mean. Inside the editor, I have a folder called videos open. Now I will include a file called index.html. As I mentioned before, the first tag will be the doc type HTML tag. It is mentioned, and I did that. The second tag will be HTML tag. Inside these tags, whatever the other tags are, that you are to be you use must be typed. Inside the HTML tag, the first tag will be head tag. Inside the head tag, this will be the title tag. There will be a title tag which describes the title of the web page. Like the title of my web page will be my first web page. Okay. Now I will also include a meta tag. Meta space char set is equal to UTF dash 8. There you have it. Now mostly that's all with the head. That's all with the head tag. Now I start the body of the page, body of the website. as the name mentions, it defines the body of the web page. Inside the body, I have a heading called my first website built purely well. My first website. Now let's save this and see what happens. Well, in order to view the HTML file typed in the editor, you need into a website, into a browser, you need to include some extensions to the you need to include some extensions to the editor which link the editor and the browser. I have included the extensions beforehand. Now let's open in default browser. As you can see, my first website is what I typed here. My first website is what I typed here, and that is what it is showing me. After the head tag, I have, well, actually there are the range of head tags is from H1 to H6. That is H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. I'm going to change that. H2, H2, H3, 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 H4, H5, H5, H6 and H6. Now, now let's see the variations in the now let's see the differences between H1, H2, H3, H5 and H6. Since I've saved the file, let's go and see what happens. I'm refreshing. As you can see here, there is a huge difference between the H1 and H2 and H. The size is relatively smaller than H1. Similarly, the size of H3 is smaller than H2. The size of H4 is smaller than H3. H5 is smaller than H4. H6 is the smallest among them all. Now, to comment out HTML tags, we are going to use this one. It is highlighted in the editor. To close this small portion starts the comment, and this portion ends the comment. From here till here is a comment. Since we need that H1 thing, I will comment out. Since we need that H1 thing, I will comment out this one from H2. There. Let's save it and refresh the page. Okay. Comments will be not viewed in the comments will be not seen in the website in the browser, but the comments are useful for the comments are useful for the programmers to programmers and the other people who see the code you typed. It helps the viewers viewing your code to know what a particular line of code does. It also helps the programmer to know what the line does. For example, consider that I typed this code today, and after a few months I viewed this code again. Now, if I didn't have these comments, I would not make out what line does what, which line does what, which line does what. Since I have these comments, I can now make out that yeah, this h1 tag, this h1 tag with my first website will show the heading into the web page. Well, this is the basic thing. The next thing is this is the structure of the HTML file. Now we come into the main part. There is a tag called paragraph tag or p tag. There is a tag called p tag which defines the paragraph of the which will be displayed in the browser. This is as you can see, I am typing a paragraph. I am typing a line. This is a paragraph between the p tags, and saving it. This will, as you will see, this will display this line of code, that is this line of code will display that this is a paragraph on the web on the browser in small letters, which is, as you can see, small letters in a paragraph style. Now there is also a tag. There is another tag called the br tag, which breaks the line in a paragraph. I will show you the difference. This is a new line. I will just copy and paste this. I've taken out the br tag in the second paragraph. Now see what's going to happen. Here in the first paragraph, since I use the br tag, these two lines of paragraph are on the different lines, are on their own lines. In case of the second paragraph, I did not use the br tag. Therefore both the lines are on the same line, same straight line. Are on the same straight line. Now let's get into something that is more interesting. The next tag that I want to discuss is the OL tag. OL tag or ordered list tag is a tag which describes a list which describes a list with order. That is with order. That is I will show you. I have opened the ordered list tags in the HTML, the OL tags in the HTML. Inside the OL tags, there are tags like list, li. There are li tags, which are actually the list items. Now, as you will see, these item 1, item 2, and item 3 list items will be present with numbers. Let's see that. As you can see, we have numbers beside these item 1, item 2, and item 3. There is also another tag, which is the UL tag. UL tag is describes list items, unordered list items. You will soon see the difference. UL tags are OL tags are done. UL tags are done. OL tags are also shown. Now let's see about the UL tags. I saved the file. Now if I reload the browser, as you can see here, the items, the first set of items have numbers beside them, which tell that these are ordered list items. The second list has bullets beside them, which tell that they are unordered list items. Let me just see what I forgot. Now the next tag will be the div tag. Well, this div tag doesn't specifically do anything like the BR or P tag or the UL or OL tag. It just it just it is just something like a container, like a it defines a set that is here. This I have enclosed this P tags, OL tags, and UL tags in a div tag. This tells that all the P, UL, and OL elements are one set, that are collectively a set. I can style these. I can style all these. I can style all these elements at a time using a div tag. That is using a div. That is, I can give a class. I can give a class name. I can give a class name to this div tag, and I can style them using CSS, which we'll cover later, which we'll cover afterwards. The next tag will be the next tag that I'm going to discuss will be the section tag. Section tag. Section tag will be showed. I mean, section tag defines a section of a web page. That is, for example, if I type this, just a second, I have a small idea. Now, now if I place, I just edited it a bit. Now if I place these section tags between if I enclose here, as you can see, now if I enclosed the, this is a ordered list paragraph and the OL tag elements inside a section, now let's see what happens. I forgot to save the file. I will save it now and reload. As you can see, there is, I will, that is another this is a section. And well, basically we can't see here, but it is not visible in the browser. But what just happened is the browser split the split the ordered listing into one section and the unordered list into one section. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.